Hello everyone, it's me, Carl from Seafoam Gaming, back again with not an unboxing, but something kind of like it, so I might as well throw it in the unboxing category, because, it's like that other thing I did a while back. So, yeah, this is, to new, most people, you probably wonder, what is this? Is that Mystery Dungeon? Is that Primal Yoga? What's the Dragon comic? What's with the bandage? Yes, all these questions will not be answered because I don't know all of them, but I will say that I want to do a little bit of a fun little video on this very, very elusive manga. So I guess I might as well, I mentioned it I think I did mention it in 5 years ago. Christ, that's the last time I mentioned the Explorer Saga in Eternal Memories. Oh my god, I'm getting old. I still need to do it. May this year, fingers crossed. I'll continue the retrospective, I promise. But I will do this to tide you over and show that as much as Mystery Dungeon DX didn't really do much for me. I still love the franchise. I mean, my whole Shiwen kind of meltdown was because I love this franchise, even if it doesn't love me all the time, I feel. But anyways, so yeah, some fun history since I don't want to keep that just my retrospectives. So in the first episode of Eternal Memories, I mentioned that there was Jinji's Rescue Team, a manga that I obsessed with trying to get for a good while because it was a book form of my favorite video game at the time, and my teacher, I said the whole story, but since it's been years and since my first video is not really the best in terms of looking at my young self, my young voice, etc. I was 17 then, my god. Basically, it was just me as a teenager, not teenager, yeah, 10 year old, 10 years old. Yeah, that's the one time I obsessed. Really wanting to read the book, and I drove my teachers insane. They told me go to Borders, they probably have it. They did have it, I read it. It was well drawn, but the story was kind of stupid, and it felt like it didn't really take itself as seriously as the real Mystery Dungeon game itself. And the ending is completely different and has none of the sadness that the original game had. In fact, it's kind of not. Some parts are super cool, but it ends with Groudon, and that's not the even an antagonist of the normal Mystery Dungeon game. It does have some good moments, but it ends and starts on a weird note, not unlike the game. It's kind of a thing you have to read for yourself, I say. But anyways, I mentioned this in part 3, the Explorers one, or was it 2? I mentioned this. I may even show a picture of it, like of the cover here, but I don't think I went into detail besides saying I liked it more in the game. Basically, the same author went from Jinji's Rescue Team to this Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Flame Exploration Team. That's what it roughly translates to. And basically, it was in Koro magazine, like the first manga, and it was compiled in book form. And yeah, people knew about it. I remember finding out about it in 2008 or so. It came out in 2008, this book. So I think it was 2008. Yeah, because the game came out in 2000. Okay, that would match up well, and it was before Sky, so it doesn't reference Sky. But yeah, I remember, because I was a Mystery Dungeon fan, even if I don't like the story to Explorers as much now, though this book is good. I did like it enough that I wanted this book translated badly. And for 14 years, I waited, thinking that any moment now they'd translate eventually. Because, I was just hoping, because the first one was translated quickly, so surely this one would too. DS was popular, Diamond and Pearl was popular. They did, like, the Diamond and Pearl Adventure manga, which was completely different, like, nine the main stuff they translated back then. And then they actually translate the rest of Pokemon Adventures besides the first 9 volumes. It was a miracle. They were doing more Pokemon manga. Yet, no matter what, this manga never got translated. And I don't know why. It didn't get translated when Super came out, not when Rescue Team DX came out. The only chance it might get translated is if they want to do it to tie in with Exploration Team DX, which I believe is going to happen in my heart. And if that doesn't happen, then I'm convinced this manga is cursed. Either the first one didn't sell well in the States, or it's maybe too violent. Though I doubt that, because Pokemon Adventures gets dark, and even some of the newest volumes they translate are still pretty darn dark. So I don't get why they translate that, but not this, especially since Mystery Dungeon's popular and Explorers of Time and Darkness and Sky, as much as I disagree, are the most popular in the series, that this manga adaptation has basically no presence on the internet outside of a fan translation and Bulbapedia having some bare bones summaries of it. So I decided to buy it for myself because I found it on Amazon US through the ISBN number, believe it or not, and I'll put in the description how you can get your own copy, if hopefully there's still some in stock. So yeah, enough rambling and staring at this cover. Let's just look at more so. You know, I'm not going to show the whole book off, but here's a spine. Unlike most things I know, this spine, shows the Chimchar, whose name is Hono, I believe, at least it roughly translates to it. And it talks about it, and it shows the Dragon comic logo. But the spine's not all like our spines. Same with the back. It does have this sexy picture of Grovar though, and I mean that unironically. Look at that face. My God, that's pretty darn good. But yeah, Dragon Comics. I think it's the kids brand, and yeah, the ISBN number, which is how I found the comic on manga. I don't want people to kill me for saying comic, but it was in the comics, and it says right here, so whatever. And I think, yeah, that's a summary saying, transformed into a Pokemon, they must stop the destruction of time. So yeah, and you open it up, and you see the front main, I guess the cover page, is that what they call it? And it shows stuff about the offer, which is a Bidoof, because hey, Pokemon, you transform the Pokemon, might as well have the offer do that too. It talks about what I think he thinks about the game and how he's probably I have to translate this myself. I don't think this is translated. The manga is, but the supplemental stuff isn't. I probably need to get that done. Oh, and this is a slipcover, and I found this kind of funny. Take the slipcover off, and it's bleached. Apparently, from what I heard, this is normal for Japanese manga to just be the same art but colorless. Dialga, now that he's not, primal color, looks kind of like a normal Dialga if you look at this close enough. But it's still cool art. I really do like this artwork. It's Hono and Totodile in front of Dialga, a cool logo from the comics, same spine, and Grovar on the back, but this time you get to see just him in his weird orange color. And so yeah, it basically covers Mystery Dungeon 2 as you'd expect, just Time and Darkness. You have the Team Skull, you have Chatot, but then just a few pages, I'm gonna just skim it just a little bit, you get, Team Skull, but then after that, you get to the guild, and then a bit further is Asdelph and Grovar. I'm not kidding. This is barely a quarter of the book. Yeah, basically is my favorite version of the Mystery Dungeon 2 main story, believe it or not, because it just cuts all the crud out. You go from the partner and the hero meeting to the stuff with Chatot and being the guild member, and then immediately jump to hunting the Time Gears, finding Grovar, the whole future saga, the whole good stuff of the game, and then it actually has that very famous ending of the main story. Doesn't cover Darkrai or the post game, but covers the main story pretty darn well, and I like it a lot. I read the translation of it. You can see this beautiful final page. It really is miracles come true. And you see the copyright information, and you see all this stuff that I probably should scan just for posterity. And this list of all the other manga they publish. But yeah, this is a very niche manga. It doesn't sell for much, I don't think, but no one really lists it much. You can find it on eBay sometimes, but Amazon was where I found my copy. I linked to how I found my copy, so you can maybe get your copy. Here's the slipcover again, and I think, yeah, here's where they advertise the main Colo magazine, and hey, it's Pokemon Platinum info with, if I can zoom in and focus. Oh, come back, Dragon. The Diamond and Pearl Adventure manga advertised, which they did bring over, so why didn't they bring this over? Oh well, maybe one day they will, but still, I wanted to get this as a cool collector's piece and just ramble like I did for that Go Getters DVD I bought a few months ago. Just really neat that the Exploration Flame Team manga. It's been fan translating. People have read it through that. The actual book's just very fascinating, and I hope to do a proper in-depth review of this. Maybe either as part of the next retrospective on Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky, the part 3.5 of the post game stuff. I may squeeze that in, or I may just do a bonus episode on the mangas. I don't know. Whatever case, I do like this manga, and I'm happy to own it in my collection. But yeah, that'll do it. Take care, everyone. Be safe, and I'll see you hopefully later this year with the retrospective. Bye.